This is Caroline. Thanks for joining me today. I am making another intuitive painting, and welcome to the new subscribers, and welcome if you're new. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Appreciate the support that you're giving me. I am, just to announce who I am an artist and also an art therapist. I have worked with many clients using art in an expressive way. My channel is mostly about finding my niche and also using inexpensive supplies, so you can do art without breaking the bank. And once when you find what you like to do, then you could, start buying the more expensive supplies. But my channel is about using what you have at home and not feeling like you can't do art because you're not buying the most expensive watercolors. So please join me for today as I have this painting going on. It is an expressive painting. Intuitive painting is also what it would be called. And it is on a mixed media paper, and these are watercolors. And basically just get your brush really wet, pick whatever colors you want, and start laying them down and layer them. You could have the white parts of the paper to show. You could cover the entire paper with paint, but just make sure the paper does not get too wet. It's harder to work with for the next layers of medium that we're going to put on. So continue watching so I can show you more of what I'm going to do with this painting. So I laid down the basic colors, and now I'm going to just add in some details, and I'm not sure exactly what details I want to use right now, but I found a smaller brush and I'm going to just start adding some extra shapes on it. And the brush had a little piece of fuzz on it. And you just work around the paper with these smaller marks. It could be like smaller scribbles, just something to add a little extra depth and detail. And anything goes. So when you're working with this type of detail, you could follow the shape of what's already down there, just like what I'm doing here. Or you could put a shape over it. Anything goes with it. It's really just what interests you on how you want to do this. I have about two other intuitive painting videos, which I'm going to link in a playlist, and hopefully you could find them on my channel. And if you're interested in it, please go ahead and watch those videos. Each one is done pretty much about the same, but they end up looking different. And that's the nice part of this, that if you really don't know what to paint, or you feel like you don't have the skills for painting, doing something like this allows you to be successful. And it could be really fun on top of it, because some of the things that come out of this could result in a really interesting painting. You could frame it and you could put it up on your wall. And then some paintings you might not really care for, and that's fine, because those could be cut up, they could be used as scrap paper, they could be used as bookmarks, they could be used as backing of a photo in a frame. So there's a lot of uses that you could put to all of this. And I'm going to show you some of that after a while. I'll make a video and how to use the painting. This is the painting so far. It is a little wet, but I am going to go ahead and demonstrate the color pencil part. But before I do that, I want to turn the paper in different directions so we could see if I just want to continue working with it the original way, or if I want to change it. And let me zoom out. And do I want to work on it this way? This looks really cool. This way, yeah, not, it's interesting, but I don't think that's the way I want to work with it. This way, yeah, that sounds interesting too. I'm liking this, the original way. And then I do like this. So I think I'm gonna go this way. So my original was working horizontal, and now I'm just gonna turn it once, and I'm going to work with this vertical. And let's just see what ends up happening with it. And this just kind of gives me the vibe of like maybe a sunset, and then maybe like berries, like a abstract field of blueberries or some kind of berry. Yeah, I'm liking this. So now I'm going to use the color pencil, and the color pencils, you know, they're not going to show up extremely bright, but it's going to give you an idea of maybe a little bit of marking that you want to do. You could also use gel ink pens that are colored, and I will do another intuitive painting using those. But you know, this gives you an idea of what you could do with color pencils. A lot of this is just really using your intuition on how you want to add the detail. You might not use a lot of color pencils in it. It might not be something you're interested in, and that's completely okay. But the more detail and different supplies that you use, sometimes the more interesting these intuitive paintings can be. And you know, sometimes you will paint some of these and they're not very attractive, and that's okay. Not all of them are going to be successful. See how that gave this area some depth. Let me show it. And I put some color pencil markings here, and it shows a little extra depth to it. And let me add an extra color to it so you could see just something a little stronger. And this is where, you know, as an artist, just pay attention to, you know, is it readable? Maybe it's too light, maybe there's not enough detail. You know, you get to start sampling and just being a lot more creative with yourself, letting loose, letting things happen naturally. and just see what. Some of the close-up of some of the marks I made with colored pencils, and it turned out really interesting with that. And this is what it looks like all together. So this is also another place where you could say that you want to add some extra paint to it, and this is what I would say, just be cautious of what you're going to do with your paint, because at this stage it is looking really good, and if I add too much paint, it might just lose its character. It might lose its, negative spaces in between of the mark making, and then I'm going to have a whole different picture to work with, and at that point I might not be happy. But I have this area up here where I put my hand over it and it was wet, so I'm just going to fix it by just painting over it, and I'm just keeping the paint more of a dry paint, just very little water on the brush, just so it doesn't get soaked and it doesn't bleed into the other areas, because I don't want it to blend. I just want it to cover up. And then I'm just kind of going on the outside of these circles just to add some extra depth to them. I think they'll look sharp that way. And you could still play with color and think about how color. Do you want a warm color? Do you want a cool color? I did some color studies with some of my flower bouquets. So if you want to see just having some fun with color and working just with warm colors or cool colors, take a look at those videos. this is the final of this painting, and it could be never ending, but like I said, just keep an eye on the paint so it does not bleed so much where it ends up getting muddy. I'm satisfied with this because there's white spaces being shown through. There's different textures and depths with this. And I kept the color pencil on the minimal side. I just really like it that way. And but you could really go into it with a lot of detail if you want. But this is something fun, something that maybe you could finish in a half an hour, just to be able to do something creative, especially when you don't know what to paint or to draw. This is a good way to just start being more creative and open up those channels in your brain to heal and to just tap into textures and colors and just creative art. And it can be helpful to expand your mind. It helps your mind to expand. So I hope you try this. If you do, please comment, and again, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you in the next video.